Despite the 49-page indictment detailing the 37 counts, including efforts by Trump and aides to obstruct investigators from accessing the trove of highly sensitive documents, including details about the U.S. nuclear arsenal, the 45th president remains defiant.
Now the Marxist left is once again using the same corrupt DOJ and the same corrupt FBI and the Attorney General and the local district attorneys to interfere in our elections at a level that our country and few countries have ever seen before. They're cheating, they're crooked, they're corrupt. These criminals cannot be rewarded. They must be defeated. You have to defeat them.
Speaker Kevin McCarthy took to social media accusing President Joe Biden of weaponizing the federal government, adding that House Republicans would not stand for it. Arizona Republican Congressman Andy Biggs tweeted, "We have now reached the war phase, eye for an eye." While this Trump ally who failed to win the governorship of Arizona last year and then refused to concede the race went further.
If you want to get to President Trump, you're going to have to go through me, and you're going to have to go through 75 million Americans just like me. Most of us are card-carrying members of the NRA. That's not a threat. That's a public service announcement.
But the detailed nature and seriousness of the charges Trump will face that go to the heart of secret U.S. military and intelligence information presents an uphill battle for the GOP presidential frontrunner. Just take it from the Attorney General who served under him.
I was shocked by the degree of sensitivity of these documents and how many there were, frankly. If even half of it is true, then he's toast. I mean, it's a very detailed indictment, and it's very, very damning. And this idea of presenting Trump as a victim here, a victim of a witch hunt, is ridiculous.
Trump responding on social media, referring to Bill Barr as a disgruntled former employee and a gutless pig. Also calling the special prosecutor, Jack Smith, who's leading the investigation, deranged and a Trump hater, while labeling the entire effort against him a witch hunt and election interference, while the White House remains mum.
Biden's approach with regard to the charges themselves is likely to be what it has been all along, which is to remain quiet and silent and not to breathe, not to offer any hint that he's been involved or that he cares about anything other than the rule of law being protected.
As the rule of law and the politics of the moment clash in what will likely be a spectacle in the days, weeks, and months ahead. And the backdrop to Trump's legal battles, the U.S. presidential election, including the Republican primaries, that will determine the GOP's nominee likely to face Joe Biden, who's seeking re-election next year. Trump is by far the frontrunner, leading his nearest rival by more than 30 points, while his Republican opponents in the race have used the indictment rather to attack the Justice Department and not the man standing in their way to the nomination. A nod to his supporters, no doubt, who remain fiercely loyal no matter how serious Trump's alleged violations of the law might be. Sherman Ricebees, SABC News, New York.